Good evening, friends. So, it's the evening of Sunday the 2nd of March, and as you can see from the sky, the sun has only just recently set. This being Ramadan, everyone in this town is either eating, heading home to eat, or wishing that they are at home and eating with their families. I'm off for a nice walk because it's a beautiful evening, it's nice and cool, and I'm kind of heading in a northerly direction, hoping to bump into a shawarma shop that will be open and that I've finished eating eventually. Anyway, so as erudite people will know, Ramadan is the holiest month in the Islamic calendar. The Islamic calendar is lunar, goes by the moon. And I don't know if you can see up in the sky there, that is the crescent moon that showed its face for the first time 2 days ago at the beginning of the month of Ramadan. Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It is when it's what's called the Night of Power, which is such a cool name. This year it's on the 21st, and that is the date when 1430 odd years ago Muhammad received the Quran from Allah. And one of the 5 pillars is during the month between sunrise and sunset, with a few exceptions of course, a true Muslim should fast for that time to show submission and piety. And the month culminates with the white days, which take their name from the phases of the moon on the 13th, 14th and 15th, and then you have the Night of Power on the 21st. All of this means, of course, is that right now this place is very, very quiet, which suits me. Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Dakhla. Dakhla is a fairly decent sized city for this area, 100,000 people or so, and it exists on a very narrow peninsula that's almost a spit, really, because all that's on it is the airport and this town. It's a nice place because there is the lagoon in between the spit and the land. And it reminds me very much of the Gulf of Aqaba, right? So, as erudite people will know, the Gulf of Aqaba separates Saudi Arabia from Sinai. You have the Suez Canal on this side and the Gulf of Aqaba on the other. And if you sit on the coast of Sinai, Dakhla, for example, you can watch the sunrise over Saudi Arabia across the water. And so you can see the land just there. It's a very similar vibe. Anyway, so I didn't actually record that much in Layounne. Frankly, well, there wasn't that much to do. Plus, I had the novelty of having my own room. My own room with my own little bathroom and a flat screen television with a USB port. And also, it was the first couple of days of Ramadan. And so I wrote mostly just stayed in my room. So, but this is a little different. Dakhla is my last stop before Mauritania. Today is Tuesday evening on the 4th of March, and I am headed to Mauritania pretty much first thing Thursday. Now, as I mentioned before, Mauritania is a dry country, a bit like Somalia. Avishai and I, one of my best friends, Avishai, who was living in Ethiopia at the time. He and I went on holiday to Somaliland about 10 years ago for a week, and I didn't see a beer for a week, which isn't that massive a deal. But I am, having been alerted to the presence of an alcohol shop by my mother, no less. I am headed there now to see if it's open at this time of the year and see whether I can get myself a few cold beers and a little bit of liquor with which to spend the next couple of days. Honestly, the effect of the sculpture is ruined by that fence. But still. Didn't actually know exactly where this was. I was going to do it tomorrow, but since Supra Tours goes all the way to Nobadibu in Mauritania, 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm going to go and buy my ticket now. The light has made that absolutely awesome. Yeah. So, Arabic above and Berber below. Okay, so main mission, a bit of a bust. Yellow building, large gate. When the door is open, you can walk in. When the little hatch is open, you can ask through there, but apparently it's closed. It's 6 p.m, so I don't know whether it's the time of year or anything like that. But closed. I don't know if I can come back tomorrow or not. So that's that. But if the main mission was a bit of a bust, the surprise side mission was a total success. Because I saw the Supra Tours office, walked in, the kid in there, Yule, he set me up with the ticket I need to leave at 8:15 on Thursday morning. Get to the border, it's about 3 hours or so, go through the border, apparently a bit of a chore, but that's Africa for you, and then get a minibus from there to just the last few miles into Nobadibu itself. I have everything. I got the visa through, it's an electronic visa process to get authorization that they then ratify at the border. The kid was kind enough to photocopy 10 photocopies of my passport for me, just in case. I mean, everyone always says you have to have 25 copies of your passport. I have run into that kind of scuttlebutt time and again, and it never seems necessary, or you use like one. But the rules state better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So that was nice of him. So that's set me up. That's an hour mission tomorrow that I now don't need to do. It would have been perfect if the gates had been open and if I could have cold beer tonight. I haven't even seen a beer in a month. Still. So I am now going to head back. It's a nice evening, actually. I need to give my water heater to Suleiman at the desk. Oh yeah, sorry, sidebar. So I mentioned that I had a hotel room for the first time in Layounne. Nice place. But because it didn't have a kettle, no problem. I can head down to the cafe down below and get hot water there. But of course, during Ramadan, so during the day, all the way up until sunset, the cafe was closed. So I did not have any tea at all yesterday. And I'm Jeff. So, rather brazenly, got to my hotel today and asked Suleiman, the kid at the desk, checked in, booked in, got the Wi-Fi, all of that. And I asked him if I could use a kettle, and he produced a little single burner electric stove from underneath the desk. I, of course, travel with pans. Better to have it and not need it. So I've had tea. But also he did ask me to return it for sunset so that he can use it for his family. So I've got to get back and do that. Anyway, so quite a fun evening, really. Oh, I miss beer. Right, I'm nearly back at my hotel. Took advantage of a shared taxi. A shared taxi, if you're not familiar with the concept, is fairly African, really. I was as I was saying, an African thing, where essentially it's a taxi, but you wave it down, you hop in, it's going in your general direction, you do tell them where you're going. Good afternoon, friends. So a second attempt to rock up on the place and find the gate open has proved fruitless. So I must now resign myself to the fact that I will be alcohol free for at least another 3 weeks. Never mind. However, as quiet places to stop and have a cup of tea go, this isn't bad. Going to go into the souk in a while, buy some incense, some dates. I've got to pack for tomorrow a little bit, just in case I get caught out. With water and snacks and lunch and tea. More than I think I'll need, just in case, because it is a desert out there, and you have to plan for these things. Anyway. That souk was bustling, man. I realise it's a little redundant because it is half an hour before sunset, and so everyone's food shopping. But it was bustling in there. And we bought some dates. I should have bought dates in Agadir, because the ones that I'm getting here are not nearly as good, but they are cheaper, so there's that. So that's for the journey tomorrow. I'm going to go out, do what I did last night. I went out, I had tea, I had some chicken skewers, and that was going out really in this region at this time of the year, which was really fun. So going to do the same thing. Had some freshly squeezed orange juice, where the kid was just taking every last piece of the orange that wasn't pith or skin. So that's protein, fruit, tea, and then back to my room to enjoy my last night here, I think. Got to be up early tomorrow. I need to be at the roundabouts. It's not that far away from my room, for 7:30, I think, to be safe. But then I can relax to a certain degree. Anyway, so leaving what is ostensibly Morocco tomorrow morning. So a brief word about Western Sahara. Western Sahara is a very large territory that's mostly desert, and it's directly connected with Morocco. Morocco has run it for a very long time, but it is still classified as a disputed territory, which is why it's not part of Morocco. It's the last remaining colony in Africa. It was once called Spanish Sahara, and Dakhla was its capital. But after much back and forth, including a war between Morocco and Algeria, it's been de facto Morocco for quite some time now. The traditions are Moroccan, and of course Berber. The habits are Moroccan, the economy is Moroccan, and it's run by the Moroccan authorities. It's been recognised recently, actually, by France as an official part of Morocco, but the UN still haven't ratified that. So yeah, last stop. You have to think, if you add Morocco to Western Sahara, from Tangier to the border with Mauritania, is just a shade under 2,000 kilometers. That is the same as the northernmost point of Scotland to Gibraltar. It's a very long way. I've been in this nation, shall we say, for a long time now. 6 weeks? That's quite a while. Anyway. Good morning, friends. So it's about 20 to 8 on the 6th. I got out of my room having done everything, woke up early, wished my best friend Dixie a very happy birthday. It's her birthday today. Sorted myself out and I got here. This is, if you like, the bus stop roundabouts. In very good time. I was told at the Super Tours office that the Super Tours bus goes from there to here and then carries on. I wanted to double check that, which I now have. It does stop here, probably in about 25 minutes. And then we're off to Mauritania. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll probably start the next video probably at the border, see how that goes. All things being equal, the arrival time in Nobadibu, I love saying that, is about 2 p.m. So I reckon it's probably going to be about 2 hours at the border, judging by that. Anyway, so as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what I do, how I'm doing it, please do like and subscribe. Take care.